Excuse me while I have the sniffles.
Hold on, wait. Do my nostrils go in when I sniffle? Like
A little bit.
a little bit?
What about mine?
Totally.
Oh, baby, you can walk on me all night long.
She sounds so hot.
Oh, my God, and she is hot. Welcome into the show, everybody. This is the Awkward Apocalypse. We'll get to that sexiness you just heard in a second. But first of all, the real sexiness right here, sitting with me, Jenny O.
You're too much.
Oh, Mr. Jones.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones.
Welcome into the show. Thanks for showing me where your cups are, by the way.
No problem.
Yeah. I asked Jenny where her cups are. She just gives me that look.
I just stared at him and waited for him to find them in the
I found it
kitchen.
eventually. Thank you. Oh, my God.
It tickled my funny bone.
Yeah. Anyways, that's Jenny. I'm Greg. This is the Awkward Apocalypse. Her funny bone has been tickled. Yes, indeed.
Isn't speaking of Mr. Jones, doesn't Aqua have isn't it like, or is it Dr. Jones?
I have no idea.
Is it Dr. Jones? Dr. Jones?
I really can't answer that
yeah.
for you.
Okay, there is.
I know Barbie Girl.
Yeah, okay.
That's where it stops.
There's a few other good songs. It's like, I don't know, Roses Are Red. I don't know, whatever the fuck. But I miss Aqua, I will say.
Yeah.
But you know what's coming
that's
back?
Something you hear every day.
Eiffel 65, they had their blue song in Iron Man 3.
They did?
Yeah, it was
they
like
did.
in the beginning. And I was like, oh shit, it's coming back. And then all of a sudden I'm hearing it like on Pandora and
it's like, why?
in stores. No, I love that song. I
You
love
like Blue?
Eiffel 65. I had the whole album.
Oh, my God.
It's so good.
But Blue?
Hell yeah.
All right. Fine.
It's catchy, man. I mean, it's no XOXO, but like.
No, it's not.
No,
XOXO is sexy. This is love-making music.
Oh, it definitely is.
It's like, hey, I'm going to bend you
I
over
can groove
that.
to this all night long.
Oh, God. Nakedly.
Oh,
Before
shit.
we get into some XOXO news, first of all, ways to get a hold of us. You guys go check us out at Facebook, facebook.com/awkward-apocalypse. Hit the old twat machine at awkwardpod. You can email us, awkwardpod@gmail.com. You also call us, sext us, text us, send us your titty pictures.
323 379
9225.
I took it over in the beginning this time.
I love when girls do that.
One quick message
Yeah.
for our listeners. We really, really, really love it when you interact with us. I mean,
We really do.
Whenever I get a direct message on Twitter or an email, like today we have one from Aubrey Z that we're going to talk about later.
Yes.
It's the Dear Jenny. And I don't know who Aubrey Z is, but I love her already because she emailed us.
Yeah.
And it's a really great feeling knowing that people out there that we don't really know personally are listening to the show and enjoying it so much that they feel like they want to reach out to us. And it only takes a second.
Or 3.
But, we do like talking about you guys on the show. And, we do give you a shout out and we'll love you right back. But please,
And we love you long time.
We will love you long time.
Hello.
But like Magic B,
Yeah.
she's from New York, we were saying?
Yeah,
together?
she's...
like what a cool thing, we're
Yeah.
going across country at this point.
We're nationwide, bitches.
I love it so much. So anyone out there that if you haven't subscribed to our Facebook page yet, really only takes a second. Just
Give us
type in
the old-
Awkward Apocalypse, click like.
The old thumbs up button.
Yeah, or follow us on Twitter. We don't tweet all that much, so we're not going to clog up your feed or whatever.
We only tweet the important stuff.
Yeah, like maybe once or twice a week.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
It's not usually fantastic, but at least show
No
us
more
some
than
love.
8 times a day. That's our max.
And also we follow you back. So,
Though
maybe,
sometimes I drunk tweet.
Oh, do you?
I did that for the first time ever on Friday night. Luckily, it's from my personal account,
Oh,
TCS
okay.
Rebound. I apparently drunk tweeted, I'm with lots of R's. Unk. And then Albert responded. Superfan Albert responded to it. And I didn't even
number one
realize it.
superfan.
Number one superfan. And the next day I saw he'd responded. I went, I tweeted.
Oh shit.
I'm glad that's all he said was that I was drunk.
drunk tweets are the best.
Oh,
you know what?
that's
Maybe
one.
we should have
First one.
like at least one of us get super drunk during the show, and like
I'm halfway there.
we have to tweet like something really dumb.
Yeah,
Okay,
I like it.
maybe we'll start doing that.
I like it. Before we move any farther, I need to give out lots of love and lots of
So much love and squeezes,
yeah,
and kisses,
hey there,
and bubbles.
lots of bubbles. Kitty loves bubbles.
Kitty loves bubbles.
You guys heard XOXO. That's the name of the band. As we came in, you can get them on Facebook. Facebook.com.
We've played them before.
XOXO band. They're on episode 13. That's when we have the video of us.
That's
at
right.
poolside.
That's right.
Here's
what a good episode.
That was a really good episode. Well, if you didn't get enough of them, good. Here's the deal. They are in Battle of the Bands. This is the finals. This is the third round, the finals. And if they win this round, they've won the other two rounds. They win this one, they get to go on Warped Tour.
What?
Yes. So here's the details. Tuesday, June 18th, which if you listen to this right as we post it, is like next week. They're gonna be the House of Blues in Anaheim. It's all ages. Doors open at 7. $10 pre-sale if you buy the tickets online. Go to XOXO Band on Facebook, or $20 at the door. But do make sure if you buy them at the door, you mention XOXO, because that gets them credit towards the voting on the whole Battle of the Bands thing. You can also buy tickets at Acropolis Tickets. It's ACROPOLIS tickets.com/XOXO. Make sure you put in that /XOXO.
And I'd like to also mention that we're not getting anything from plugging them. We actually, as a show, we like showcasing new bands that are out there, or new to us at least. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they've been around for a while, but we love making sure that really cool sounding tunes are not only put on the show. I mean, we get the music for free to put on the show,
Right.
But we also like plugging the bands. So please go and check out this band. A couple other people are gonna be there.
Hey-o. Yeah, we're gonna try and work our way
Greg
down
and I
there.
are totally gonna try it. Actually, I'm pretty sure that I can go.
I think I can too.
Okay, let's just go.
Let's fucking do it.
Okay, then it is settled.
Yeah, since having them on the show, we've made it. At least I have a couple of friends from the band, so it's been good times. I really truly like their music.
Is it Daryl? No, Brad. What's his name? Bradley.
Oh, now I'm drunk and you're putting me
Bradley
on the
Daryl
spot with
Burton.
names.
I think it is. Okay.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. He's got like so many names.
I know.
Which
Too
is his
many
first? How many? Oh, jeez.
How many what?
How many inches?
Oh.
He's hot. Are you kidding me?
Is he?
Yeah.
Have you seen the lead singer?
Yeah.
Oh, she is smoking. Besides the fact that her
It's
voice,
just a really good-looking
so sexy.
band,
it really
and they
is.
sound so good too. I
wanna-
can't wait to see them.
I want to fuck all of them. Wait.
Okay.
A minute. That's awkward.
So where we originally planned on doing shows on Tuesdays, instead of doing our show next Tuesday, we're just gonna go and see XOXO
yeah, that's
and
more
then
important.
record on Wednesday.
Maybe we get some interviews with them or something.
We totally should do that. Maybe we could get drunk with them. We're gonna get drunk with them.
We're gonna be groupies.
Hey guys, you're on our podcast.
Can we suck you off? We're groupies.
You can have the lead singer. I'll take Mr. Burton.
Oh, any day of the week. Twice on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Sunday. So anyways, check them out. XOXO. We'll play them throughout the show. It'll be awesome.
Word.
Word to your moms.
Aight.
Came to drop bombs.
So what the fuck is up with you this week?
Oh my God. Well,
What's
first of
happened?
all,
Haven't seen you in a little while.
lots of things. We got some crazy updates going on.
Oh, Riri.
Oh, Riri. Before I get into crazy updates, because we always know it's going to be good,
Uh-huh.
I just want to mention the fact, before we started the show, we were out with a couple of my friends out from Vegas.
Speaking of crazy,
Speaking of fucking
those girls are awesome.
insanity. We were out with Angie and Deidreanne, a.k.a. Dee
Dee Dee.
It sounds black.
Is that Dee Dee like Dexter's Lab? The sister's name is Dee Dee, right?
I don't know.
She's awesome.
Is she? Okay.
Super awesome.
I-
Do you remember
Dee-
the episode where she gets all smart? And she's like smarter than Dexter?
Oh, really?
Awesome.
Awesome.
I love Dee Dee. Not only as a character on Dexter's Laboratory, but as your friend. Both of them are fantastic. I think Angie was super fun.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
It was a good time. They're out
Dee Dee
from
was
Vegas.
adorable.
They're visiting us out in California. Yeah, Dee Dee is adorable. She's funny. I thought she was drunk, but really she was just sober and dorky.
She seemed super drunk. Like there was
I
no
thought
way that
so
she was
too.
sober.
I kept asking her, you sure? She's like, yeah, I'm driving. I'm totally good.
She's like, I'm totally fine to drive to Vegas right now.
Right. And then I thought, I was like, she's actually only had 2 drinks. Yeah. It's been like 4 hours.
Hey, man,
Here
I'm
she
a
is.
super lightweight. I'm going to finish this thing and be like, what?
I know. Wait for Block 2 to come around. Hi, guys.
Shit.
Welcome into the charity apocalypse.
Oh, crap.
Awkward
The
strike.
cucumber vodka apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
Oh, it's
awesome.
gonna be good. So, anyways, we had good times
Vodka
with them.
apocalypse is kind of a cool
Ooh, I
thing,
like
though.
that.
Yeah.
This is it. The
The
vodka apocalypse.
Vodka apocalypse.
Anyways, we had good times with them. Thanks for hanging out with us. You got them
They were
some-
super excited about Chick-fil-A.
They really were. They're they're not from out here, so Chick-fil-A is a big deal to them, and you became their hero for picking it up.
Yep.
Sorry.
I'd like to mention that my my drink and your drink, we
Both of our
have,
drinks. We need pictures of this. by the
glowy
way.
ice cubes
Yeah.
in them.
Are all these from Disneyland? The glowy ice cubes.
All of them are from Disneyland.
All of my glowy
Yeah.
ice cubes at my house are from Disneyland.
I
as
do have a
well.
collection.
And Disney World, both.
Oh, okay.
I have some Florida glowy ice cubes.
Oh,
Don't be jealous.
those are like high class.
Mm-hmm.
Those have traveled.
Not really, because people from Florida are. Never mind.
I'm sure I can go on
We
the
have a
internet.
couple of Florida listeners.
Oh, well,
Sorry,
Disney World is super cool.
it is.
Okay,
I'll stop
so
there.
I want to hear this crazy story.
All right, so here's the deal.
Oh, Angie just added me as a friend.
oh,
So did Dee Dee. Yay!
congrats.
Thanks, guys.
So as I've been telling you, Crazy's been texting me, and I've just been ignoring it. The latest was last week. She texted me while I was working. She apparently drove by my work, which
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out why she drove by my work. Because as far as like, her path mostly traveled, like her work's not around there, her house isn't around there, same city. So all right, whatever. Anyways, I got the text that said, "I just saw your car, and no, I'm not creeping." Here's my thought: if you have to, explain that you're not creeping, you're probably creeping.
Are you sure it was while you were at work and not just like around town?
Well, I got it while I was at work, so I'm gonna have to assume so.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, so I did not respond.
Okay.
And then later that night, we've already mentioned his name, Steve, who's the instigator of all drama, texted me and said that, Crazy is mad at you because you won't respond to her text messages. And I just told her, your cat is making all kinds of noise. Yeah, I just told him, here's the deal. If I text back, I'm an asshole. And if I don't text back, I'm an asshole. It's just easier for me not to text back.
Yeah, maybe she'll just stop after a little while. Although
Right.
girls don't really work that way. It's basically if we haven't talked to you in a while and we think about you, we text you. It doesn't matter if you don't want to talk to us.
I guess.
We just keep trying.
So I told him that, and of course he told her, and said exactly. And the funny thing is, I almost used it to my advantage. Like before I realized she was crazy and I kind of liked her, I would use that to my advantage. Say to Steve, like, "Oh yeah, it's too bad. She doesn't like me because I really like her." And I knew that he would go over and say like, "Greg really likes you."
Oh, come on.
And it worked to my
I hate
advantage.
people like, it's okay. Yes, they have a place and they are useful.
But that's the only time they're useful. Now it's like Steve, stop
Just
passing the information.
Quit it.
So of course he said that to her, and what happened? She started crying. It made her cry. I'm like, why are you crying? I should be crying that you won't leave me alone.
Girls that cry over the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like just GTFO. Like really, I would just, I mean, I know this isn't a Dear Jenny or anything, but please just stop talking to him about her.
Well,
And if he says something to you, you can just be like, don't worry about it, man.
I feel
It's
like
no big deal.
I feel embarrassed for her. I feel like she needs to take, like you texted me the other day and you said she needs to take 3 steps back. I feel like she does need to take 3 steps back
Yeah.
and look at the situation and go, oh, I am being a fucking crazy
Being a
person.
fucking idiot.
Yeah. And I feel like she'd be embarrassed
Like
if
if
it was
she's
anybody
trying
else.
to impress you or like get you back or anything.
Yeah.
If she's trying
I
to
don't know
do
what it is.
anything regarding you in her life, she's going about it the
She
the worst way.
She really, really is. And here's the better thing. In October, we decided to go to this event down in San Diego. And so Steve texts me and says, hey, we're going to go to San Diego for this event. I'll buy the tickets if you want to go. Just pay me back. I said, fine. And then he says, oh, I don't have enough money on my card. She's going to buy the tickets, and you can pay her back.
So now you owe her.
So I'm like, can I just give it to you? And he's like, that's fine. Then he texts me, she doesn't want to buy your ticket. So I'll give you the info and then you can go.
Motherfucker.
I was like, if that's the case, I'm not going to go. And I
Right.
said, if she wants to be really mature like that, then how about you guys give me your money? I'll just not buy her ticket. And apparently he told her that too. And then she's like, fine, I'll
That's
buy
pretty
it.
funny.
Yeah.
I get
so.
that.
Anyways.
Well, I have a confession.
Oh, like Usher?
No,
Oh.
I totally stalked her.
You stalked
I
Crazy?
totally did.
Who's the crazy
well,
now?
you sent me a screenshot at one point, and I was like,
Right.
"Oh, that's how she spells her name."
Oh, it's a weird spelling.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And I totally found her on Facebook.
Mm-mm.
Totally did.
Did you really?
I did, and I looked through her photos, and I noticed that she has a ton of photos of her kissing like multiple dudes from past years in
Does she?
relationships and stuff. Yeah,
I didn't even realize that.
and there's like a photo of you guys together, and
Just
like
one?
she's
I'm
making
surprised.
like some like freaky like grossed out face. But
I'd
that
be
was
interested
it.
to see what it is.
That was it. I totally.
You're
like,
such a
I
stalker.
straight up Facebook stalked her. I mean, I had to. Okay, so I've been hearing about this girl for like what 6 months now, like 7, 8 months now,
Yeah.
and I had to know what she looked like. I had to.
Okay.
So I went straight to her photos. I didn't look at like any of her timeline or anything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay. It's still kind of weird to me.
I have a big surprise for you.
You have a big surprise for me?
Or maybe a little one.
Wait, I'm so confused now.
Guess who's joining us?
Hi, everybody.
What's happening?
Roommates.
Hey, Bradley.
Hi. Wow. Cool.
Good to see you.
So who's
You just like
Facebook-
snuck in.
Well, I'm tiny. I do that. Dwarves, we sneak.
Do you want to sit down?
What? No, I'm
You
doing.
look
You're just
highly
gonna squat?
uncomfortable.
I'm doing the Akon squat right now. All right. Let me explain. Akon squat is because I have achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism. Really? He's going to talk about it? Yeah. And then, so we do this a lot. We just squat down. We don't actually sit.
Okay.
And it lines up our back. And now I'm feeling fine and dandy.
Oh, wait,
good.
so that's
All right.
comfortable for you.
That's extremely comfortable for me. I can
Oh,
I can
I'm
stay in this
jealous,
pose
actually.
like all day.
That's
You know,
awesome.
and I'll be fine. Which is funny because I was in when I was in junior high during PE, they would punish the kids by making them like get into this position, then hold it. I'm just sitting there like, ha ha, suckers. Like,
Super comfortable.
yeah, like I'm feeling like Brer Rabbit when he got tossed in the briar patch. Like I wanted to go in there, assholes. By the way, how's that for a
Well,
reference?
you let me know when you want a pile of pillows, and we'll
Mhm.
set that up for you. We'll make you look like an Egyptian god. We'll feed you fruit and stuff.
I deserve that.
fan you.
Who are we stalking?
Crazy.
Oh, crazy.
Oh, crazy!
Yeah, I
She's
straight up-
stalking crazy.
Oh, I
I
stalked
mean-
crazy too.
Did you really?
Yes, I stalked crazy.
Yeah, I'm not crazy for stalking crazy.
Well, because, all right, because when I hear about crazy, I have so many images of what
Like,
crazy
you
should
really-
look like
you really
in my
want
head.
to know who she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Well,
all
and
you hear
that-
about is from him.
Yeah, that.
You said she was like mildly attractive.
Was I wrong?
No, I think she's like
She's mildly
Like
attractive.
mild-
she's mildly attractive.
like
Yeah.
well, I would say like medium attractive.
she doesn't.
She's not ugly.
I'll
She's
say
not
this
ugly.
though.
She's kind of barely.
Her attractiveness does not go to the level that you would put up with the crazy.
Well, and I think
There
we talked
you go.
And I think we talked
There
about that
you
on
go.
the show one
You know what I
point.
mean?
I said there's like an algorithm for crazy to hotness, and
Yes.
she is way surpassed that.
Not. Yeah, no.
It's not
she's-
good.
Yeah. You don't need to be with that. No.
I love that both of you guys have stalked her.
Aw, yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Now I'm standing up
High
because
five.
shit just got real.
You look really
no,
baller right now too.
No,
I like
we're-
this outfit.
I like
you?
this. I like the
Yeah.
stash. By
I'm
the
actually.
way.
Oh,
You like the
come
stash?
on, dude.
Thank you for liking
Yeah.
it.
We do not like the stash.
Listen,
We do
I
not
mean,
like
no.
it.
the reason
No, we don't like it. We don't
The
like
No,
it.
not at
Shut
all.
the
fuck
reason
up.
why I was late is because I was at the Laugh Factory and I'm just trying to recruit guests for my
Name
own
dropper.
for my own podcast. And I was talking to Whitney Cummings, and Whitney Cummings saw me and just goes, "Oh my God, I love the mustache," and proceeded to like sit down and compliment me for like 20 minutes about my mustache and how awesome it makes me look. But I actually have a reason why I have this. And it's a legitimate reason. Okay,
For a
You're going to
mustache
Mexico
ride.
again.
I'm going to Mexico again.
Did you notice the Mexico like gifts in the
Yes.
in the fun bowl?
The Fun Bowl.
We'll talk about the fun
We
bowl in a
will.
minute.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Fun Bowl sounds like a porno I rented 2 nights ago.
Sounds like a stoner thing.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what happened. Last week, I went to. God, I'm sounding like such a name dropper right now. Damn
Yep.
it. Oh well.
It doesn't really matter.
I do it all the time.
Ralphie May had a party for his kids.
Okay.
It was his kid's birthday party.
This is not name dropping if you're going to a kid's birthday party. I'm just saying.
But like there was a lot of adults there.
Okay.
And a lot of God, I'm gonna name drop again. And a lot of like really like famous comedians there as well. So we're hanging out at
He's
the
having
party.
a birthday party for his children, and he's
And
inviting
How old are the
famous
children?
comedians.
Or at least the one turning-
5 and 6.
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And he invites
That's still
his
good
friends.
enough age to invite your
That's
own
ridiculous.
friends.
How do you like my glowy drink?
Oh, it's awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's like,
I really don't want you to get to the story.
I feel like we should be raving right now.
There's a rave inside my
all right, all right.
glass.
So you're at this party with a bunch of famous people.
Yeah. So when I get out, like I park right up close, and all the kids, like it's a block party, and the block is blocked off, but I got to park close because I'm crippled. Woohoo! So I get out of the car, and all these kids, like, and I'm talking like 30 kids,
Yeah.
between the ages of 5 and 9, are all standing there, and when I get out of the car, they all stop. Like they were just running around crazy, and they all stop and look at me. And I get out of the car, and I'm like, okay.
Brethren!
Yeah, but they're stopping, and no one knows what to do, and no one knows how to make the first move. And then one kid just yells out, "He's a bad guy!"
What?
What?
So when he yells that, these kids all run at me. And by the way, they've all been given party favors. Now, when you were kids and went to a party, your party favors were like paper airplanes, maybe
Right.
a
I
Super
get like
Bowl.
a thing you blow through, and it goes.
Yeah, like
What kind of
little,
parties
like,
did you
like
go
little
to?
whistle. Yeah.
Little horn things.
Oh,
like-
I thought you were talking about a cock.
Yeah.
Thing you blow into.
That makes two of us.
Yeah. So, but Ralphie's rich, so Ralphie gave all these kids in their party bag
Swords.
lightsabers. Fucking lightsabers. So when one of these kids yells out, "It's a bad guy," everyone looks at me like I'm Yoda's evil twin, and they just run at me and start beating the fuck out
Are
of
you
me with these
serious?
lightsabers. Yeah, they're
What?
going off. They're just beating me. And
Tell
like,
me you rose up like a fucking phoenix, and you were like,
No,
and then you
they're
started breaking their
kids,
lightsabers.
And the parents are right there, and you can't be like, "Hey, why did you stiff arm my 5-year-old?" Well, he was beating me with a plastic
Why
toy.
are the parents letting their kids beat on a minute?
Because it's hilarious.
You
Okay,
gave my
that is
6-year-old the
kinda funny.
atomic leg drop. How dare you?
Yeah, I was working
Brother.
on that. So so they're all beating me up. So that's why I grew the mustache. So I was like, I need something that lets everyone know this is an adult.
But I think the
Although-
mustache gives you more of a bad guy look.
villains have mustaches.
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
okay.
you know what? I think you probably took notes from the How to Be a Villain book that's in your lair.
Oh yeah, she made me a layer.
I saw
We
that
talked
was
about
amazing.
It. I still have to post
You still
photos
need-
about it.
yeah.
Speaking of things that are
basically
around the house,
the room.
how do you
under-
like the
what?
fun bowl?
The what?
The fun bowl.
The fun bowl. I like the fun bowl.
It's actually a very expensive crystal bowl
Mhm.
that's filled with
Cheapest shit in the world.
things like Mardi
Hey.
Gras beads.
Some of that cheap shit I bought from Mexico.
Yeah,
So
stuff,
it's
stuff that Brad
really
bought
cheap.
from Mexico.
Really cheap shit.
There's bubble. Well, there was bubbles until my cat fell in love.
Yeah.
There's like a noisemaker and like a mustache monocle stick.
Yeah, now I don't need that
A
anymore. I got myself a
disposable-
real one.
Yeah.
True that.
Woo! A
Who wants a
disposable
mustache
camera.
ride?
I'm really excited for whoever opens that disposable camera and like starts taking photos at whatever party that we have.
It's just gonna be ball pictures.
Yeah, because then I'm gonna
Right.
like.
it's just gonna be ball
I
pics.
really hope
The
so.
goat.
Yeah.
It'll totally be
The
worth
bat
like
wing.
$30 to get that shit developed because you know
Is that
that's how
what it
much it
costs
costs
these
now.
days?
I don't know.
I have so many friends that have left phones like out and
Oh, yeah.
unlocked around me.
That's what you're supposed to
and
do.
when
Is
that
take a ball
happens,
photo.
ball picture.
Yeah,
Did
well,
you-
Every time.
people I work around, if they leave their phones around me, I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, gotta go to the bathroom. Yoink.
Don't you love how like at some workplaces there is no such thing as sexual harassment?
Well, I mean, like, you work in entertainment. I
Yeah.
work in
That's
TV.
basically your workplace.
Yeah. Well, no, like you can't be a waitress at a comedy club and be like, the comedian said something
Yeah.
to me.
He
It's like,
likes my titties.
Yeah, it's like, that's what we do.
Yeah, we like titties.
Yeah, which by the way, I'm finding out that with the mustache, because I always knew that as a midget I can get away with stuff and it's still considered cute. With the mustache, it's even funnier when I'm being super creepy. like I take the creepiness level to a whole new degree, and women are just like, oh my god, he's so funny. It's like, no, this is creepy as shit right now.
Well, it's funny. I was actually telling people I had some friends in town. Jenny was meeting up with them with me. And I was telling tonight about episode 14 where we went out and did the whole pickup line thing.
oh yeah, the pickup line.
And I was telling the pickup lines, one of which obviously was the difference in jelly and jam. I can't jelly my cock down your throat.
Mm-hmm.
And they both went, ow. I was like, all right. Imagine a dwarf
Ladies,
saying that to
ladies.
you.
Yeah.
And they went, oh, that's kind of funny.
right there in front of you without even seeing me.
We
Right,
also
They have
The
no idea
notion
who
of
you
dwarf
are.
made
Yeah.
them go, ah.
Yeah, all of a sudden it became cute.
we
Yeah.
also decided that anytime Greg tries to talk dirty, it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
And no matter what
I
I,
mean, it's
say
kind of-
to who, no matter how serious or joking, if I say something dirty, it's like,
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
Greg.
yeah, just Greg.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't actually have sex with people.
Did you also notice the cookie sign?
Yes, you've been good today. Have a cookie.
I stole that from a Quiznos when I was
Good
like
for you.
14.
How dare you?
And now how appropriate is it that there's a Quiznos across the street?
perfect.
So you've got to go buy a lot of sandwiches from them to right your
Yeah.
wrong.
You know what
Missy.
else I found?
I gave Walter a cookie.
Oh, good.
Do you know who Walter is?
Yeah, Walter's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is he a neighbor?
he brought our refrigerator. No, he's the maintenance guy.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
brought our refrigerator up here for me.
Yeah, so he was I didn't
He
know
was
who
the one that
Walter,
took down my fucking curtains.
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot! I put up these gorgeous curtains.
He took
So
him down.
God damn it.
Greg, picture yourself in my shoes.
Okay.
I
Much smaller than mine.
Yeah, my very tiny shoes. So first of all, your feet would be killing you.
Right.
And then I walk into my apartment, and
I bet your shoes could fit into his
and
shoes.
I bet they could. And
3
I
of 'em.
and I open it up, and there's a strange Mexican man
Oh,
just
God.
inside the apartment hammering. And for a second, I go, "Wait, is this the right place?" But my key worked, and there's a picture of Ariel. Obviously, this is Jenny O's in my apartment. And yeah, but then he's like, I'm just like, "Can I help you?" "Oh, it's okay. I just do the I do the blinds." And I don't know what's going on. So I like, and you forget I've been robbed before. That's happened to me where someone broke into my house while I was in the
Oh
house.
shit.
So I've fought people. So I'm just like, do I need to take out this 65-year-old Mexican? I can do it. Well, here's the thing though, is I felt like I could because a 65-year-old Mexican and a dwarf about the same height.
In fact, you might actually have like a 2-inch
He's so
advantage on
sweet
him.
though.
No,
he really is.
He was very sweet.
Yeah.
He tried to help me hang my shower curtain.
Aw.
I wouldn't let him because for me it's like, no, I'm
like
4
a-
foot
a
nothing.
pride thing.
I've got to hang my fucking shower curtain, and I'm
Point of
not.
pride.
I'm
You did
not-
a very good job, by the way.
Thank you.
I mean, you doubled it up, but
Yeah, that's what you do, right?
no,
No,
it doesn't go across the.
you don't
We'll
double
talk-
it up.
We'll talk about this later.
I suck at home improvement.
No,
Okay?
no, you don't. No, you
Unless
don't.
it's going into a crawl
you bought
space.
sheets today.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
That
up?
w- you bought sheets today. You even have soap in your bath. I don't even have soap in my bathroom.
I know you don't because I washed my hands in your bathroom because I thought, well, I don't have soap in mine. I'm gonna go up and wash my hands
There
in
is some
Jenny's bathroom,
underneath. There's
and
like a
there's
bar
no
of
soap.
soap.
And I'm like, all right,
Ugh.
I'm never having Jenny touch me again.
Well, I have soap in my shower.
I'm totally regretting you giving me that hand job a few nights ago.
There's
because
also-
you
there's
two
had-
things of
you
soap down
had
here.
bad hands. You had dirty hands.
Look at my feet.
That
I don't even want to look at your feet. I have an anti-foot fetish.
that drunken hand.
Speaking
scheme.
of foot fetish, we
Yeah.
have
Oh no, Jesus.
a Dear Jenny later.
Oh.
We'll get into that.
But
hate
I do want to
feet.
say that while I was going through my shit
Yeah.
earlier, I found some photos.
Oh,
Mhm.
don't say this.
I found some
no,
photos.
this is unnecessary.
How about this?
No, how about not this?
How about
Oh,
this?
she showed me these photos, Greg.
Oh,
Once we get to
I
150,
can't look at either of you.
150 likes on Facebook,
That'll never happen. I hope.
I will release
I'm gonna start telling people
these
to unlike
photos.
us.
No, this is going to happen.
I don't know why. They're
There
the,
are
they're the,
three.
be- they're the
I
best
have
you've ever
3
looked.
photos. Did I really? Did I show this to you?
Yeah, you texted
Oh,
them to
I
me.
don't even know. I sent them to,
Thanks,
to
bitch.
everybody. Everybody I know. I sent
Oh,
them.
good.
And
No,
then
it's
I
not true.
and then I posted them on my Twitter at.
Oh,
Funny
that's right. I
Brad.
was like, do you recognize any of these?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I was like,
Um,
Thin Greg?
But there are 3
The funny thing
photos.
is, I actually weighed more.
Really?
Yeah, I just had a bigger shirt on.
You look
Yeah.
so little. So okay,
I weighed
so they,
more then than I do
they
now.
are Greg from high school,
Yeah.
and they're
Mhm.
adorable. I mean, I think I'm building this up too much.
You are.
Okay, so maybe 110 followers on Facebook
They're horrible. Don't follow.
or likes on Facebook. And I will
What's
post
this
these photos.
foot layer that's gonna make me puke?
Oh, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do. There's a couple other things
Yeah,
that I would like
let's
to mention
do
that
it.
happened this week. First off, I was on my way to the elevator the other day, and there was this guy who was like, he had like a straight up like fake silver grill on.
Oh, I've seen him.
Have you?
Grills.
He's like a delivery dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. He stopped me as I was like waiting for the elevator, and he was like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Oh, good." Okay.
Sure.
Can I help? And he's like, "Oh, where are you headed?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to work." I don't even know what I was doing that night. I don't think I was going to work. I mean,
Hey, where do you work?
well, and yeah, where do you work? I'm like, "Oh, I work at the W."
Where don't you work?
Totally
That's where I
making
work.
this shit up, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, what's your name?" Emily. Like, I I did not want to tell him anything about me. Oh, you work at the W. I've been there. I used to work there too. Like, where do you work? I'm like, oh, I work at Drea's.
You're gonna walk down the hall and
Like-
be like, "Hey, Emily!" Like, why is someone yelling?
I
at
was
Emily?
really nervous that he was gonna like follow me in my car or like see me around or something. But like, yeah. So that was my awkward moment of the week. Even better.
Oh, that's the grill song.
Oh yeah.
Good call, Greg.
Thank you.
Even better. Last week, I had Stephanie and Ashley over.
Yes, you
Ashley
did.
will be on the show very soon, by the way.
Will she?
Yeah, she was just hospitalized. She's okay,
Okay, good.
but she will be on the show very soon.
Nice.
And she brings over these couple bottles of wine, and I was like, oh my god, I need to drink so bad because they were helping me unpack, and I was just like, please give me some booze. We didn't have a bottle opener. I normally keep one in my purse, and I didn't have one today or that day.
Okay.
So that morning, or that afternoon actually, I had seen a dude that I recognized down at the elevator.
Okay.
And so he and I, we swapped numbers, and I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe that you live here. And I'm like, wow, this is great to have like a neighbor that I know. So I texted him. I'm like, hey, do you have a bottle opener that I can borrow? And he was like, yeah, sure, totally. Just let me hit you back in a bit, and you can come by and get it. I didn't hear from him for like an hour and a half. I finally figured out how to like dig out the cork with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Totally classy. So we're drinking wine, and then I hear a knock on the door, and it's him. And he said that he and his wife had gotten in like this giant fight because like some random girl was texting him, asking him for something, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go deliver this thing to her apartment. It's just a neighbor. I know her from the castle."
By this thing, I mean my dick.
Yeah, right. And like she put up such a fucking fight about it that he was like, I'm not staying here tonight. He called his mom to come pick him up so
No
he could like
shit.
stay at mom's house over a fucking bottle opener. And like he comes by and he's looking all good, like in his leather jacket and his like jeans, and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go to my mom's, you know.
I always
I
have
was
to
like-
look good for
I
mom.
was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I had no idea that it was gonna be a problem. I mean, I would have come by. You could have like brought her by. I don't even care. They have kids together. Yeah, and like, I didn't know if I was breaking up the fucking marriage
If
over
you
a bottle of
did,
wine.
and she's freaking out over that, you're doing him a huge favor.
Ah, that's true.
That's
I
tr-
did see
very
him a
true.
couple days later. I'm like, do you want your bottle opener back? He's like, please keep it.
Just don't talk.
He's like,
to me.
we're
Yeah.
fine. You know, me and the girl, like, we're all good. But that was, it's
That's
been like a really weird week at the
frightening to me.
apartment.
Apparently.
I've-
Wow.
Yeah.
We know you gotta
I
do
haven't
is
seen
just
any
say
of it.
like, bring Brad to the door. Like, hey, this is my boyfriend.
Yeah, and then with my mustache.
I mean, I would have done anything. I would have like,
They'll be like, well, obviously.
like she could have like come by with him. I mean, really, anything would have been better than her being like, what the fuck, you know.
Right.
But I also found out that the landlord's son works at the Ralph's next
We
door.
actually titty fuck you. What the fuck? I don't know why they both went off.
It's all right.
It's so weird. They've been doing that
I
lately.
like it.
But I saw him today when I was going to get drinks,
Mhm.
and he goes, I have a question to ask you. I'm like, oh, what is it? He's like, I don't know. And he's like maybe 19 years old or something. It's totally nuts. He goes, when you were walking around the store, did you see Johnny Depp?
All right.
And
And
no, I didn't.
Ralph's?
Is he here somewhere? And he was just like, yeah,
Nope.
I heard he was here. And I'm like, oh, well, I didn't see him. Let
Johnny
me know. Let me know
Depp
if he's nice.
Johnny Depp is not in Ralph's. It might be the guy that plays Captain Jack Sparrow over on Hollywood
I
Boulevard.
found him on OkCupid. His name is Jake.
There's multiple though.
Yeah, there's like
This is
three
the
of
funny
them.
thing. Like when I was meeting up with my friends
But
earlier
the best
before
one
you
is named
got
Jake.
there,
And I
they're
found
like,
him on
"Where are you?" I
OkCupid.
was like, "I'm walking up to where you guys are. They're meeting me at
Did you hit
in
him
front of
up?
Hard Rock."
What?
Did you hit him up for a date?
No, we were supposed to meet at WonderCon, and then I never.
Oh, how dare you.
Yeah,
I was like,
I should hit him up. Actually, that's a really good.
Yeah,
idea.
because that's a great story.
What the hell am I thinking? Okay,
how dare
Yeah,
you?
because
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
do that.
he's got steady work. He goes there every day.
I'll do that tomorrow.
That's true. I was like, I'm walking up now. You'll see me. I'm right behind Captain Jack.
Oh,
And that's how they found me.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Word.
So
Stickers?
we have stickers.
We do have stickers.
What?
They're really awesome stickers too. Here.
What? Wait. How do you have stickers before I do?
Yeah, why don't you have stickers? Look,
Yeah.
it's on my laptop.
And
Your budget should be way higher than ours.
I'm gonna put it on my steering wheel.
You mean my budget for my podcast about last night, which is just now relaunched on Fake Mustache Studios, Jay Moore's Fake Mustache Studios, reaching number 30 on the comedy charts on iTunes? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that one.
How do we get a hold of you?
Google.
About last night with
hit up
Brad
the-
Williams
yeah.
and Adam Ray. way.
Hit up
Yeah.
the old iTunes machine, of course.
Type it about last night and add to our little army. That
As
we're
soon as
building.
you're done giving Awkward Apocalypse 5 stars, you go give About Last Night 5 stars.
Absolutely.
That's how it goes. And then when you're done with that, you go give the Charity Strike 5 stars.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that
Just cheap plugging for everybody.
totally.
I just cheap plugged myself twice.
We have a Dear Jenny.
That's a daily occurrence.
I want to hear dear.
Should we
I want to hear
continue
dear
with
Jenny.
I'd like to know what you guys think.
After
too.
you wash your feet.
Oh, wait,
Jesus
hold
Christ.
on. Hold on.
Speaking of feet, well, I went to go down to.
Oh, I played the song prematurely.
I went to let Greg in,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't wearing any shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to hurry because I knew that he was going to be carrying heavy things.
My dick.
It doesn't really matter. God damn it.
Sorry, I played the song too early. I suck
Okay.
at this.
No, it was pretty good.
Okay, so Dear Jenny, this comes from Aubrey Z, who I don't know.
I don't
but
know either. This is the first
I
time we don't
love-
know somebody.
I love because she emailed us. She has a legitimate question, and we have talked about this before, but I do think that it's important because this is a very real crisis. She says, "Dear Jenny,
Right.
have you ever been with a guy who had a foot fetish, and did he ask
Ugh.
you to do anything weird,
Ugh.
and was it weird for you?"
Ugh.
Love, Aubrey Z. So, okay, first question is, have you ever been with a guy with a foot fetish? Absolutely.
I have
Um,
not personally.
Did he ask you to do anything weird? It was weird at the time. Was it weird for you? Yes. But I'll elaborate a little bit on
Really?
this.
You
I
found
was
jerking off a dick with your 2 feet?
okay.
Weird.
So I was.
That's strange.
I think I was like 18 years old, 18 or 19 years old.
Oh, purple dildo. Purple strap
No,
on.
it wasn't him.
Oh.
Oh, this is another guy. So this was a guy that I didn't really know. Like he'd kind of like come into town.
Of course
and I,
it
like,
was.
Thought he was like kind of cute, and he was over at my place with his friend, and it was just us three. But his friend was like off taking a shower or something. I don't even know what the fuck he was
I
doing.
actually thought you were about to say taking a shit.
no.
Shower's much
Sorry,
better.
shower. He was taking a shower.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, I don't even know how we got to this point, but somehow my feet were on his penis. And he was like,
a
oh my God.
normal Saturday
He
for
was like,
me.
I'm so into this. He's like, can you please just like jerk me off with your feet? And I'm like, I don't know how. I mean, like,
Right.
this was the first time I'd ever experienced this.
Ugh.
So
And
she
I finally
says.
had to tell him that like I wasn't okay with that.
Okay.
This was one of the few times I've ever like turned something weird down.
That and the Cleveland Steamer.
Yeah, that's
No, she went for that.
But he was very disappointed. But then, when I was maybe this was like a couple years ago,
Okay.
or maybe like I guess a year ago, I was seeing this guy, and I think I've talked about this. But he, like we were like it was like foreplay, and it was actually really fun. He took my foot. And he like shoved my big toe into his mouth, and he just like started licking on my toes.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know it sounds really fucking.
I'm
creepy.
looking at your big toe
No,
right now.
Don't look at my fucking dirty feet
It's
right
dirty
now.
as
God
fuck.
damn it, you guys.
Then don't
Okay.
walk around.
Well,
with
my
bare
feet were clean. We had just been in the hot tub or something,
Mhm.
and yeah, and so like he was sucking on my toes, and I was like, oh my God, what do you like? In my mind, I'm screaming, get my fucking toes out of your mouth.
Mhm.
This is the first time my feet have ever been. in
That's
somebody's
normal.
mouth. And then like after like a split second, I'm like, I kind of like this.
Ugh.
I know it was the weirdest thing. It's like stepping on slugs, but it's really enjoyable because you know that they're into it. Does that make sense?
Yes and no. Just
Okay.
Because literally I have an anti-foot fetish, and a girl once dumped me because I wouldn't do that to her.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, I want you to suck on my toes. I'm like, no.
Nah, not gonna happen.
And then she's like, no, but I really want you to do it. Like that really turns me on. I'm like, I understand that.
It is a huge turn on. I will say.
It's like,
Nope.
I will
It's-
literally do everything for you but that.
But that.
I would say that for me, the toe sucking and the nipple sucking is probably on the same level.
Hey, I'm all for nipple sucking. Toe
Sure.
sucking?
I get it.
Not gonna
I
happen.
totally get it. What if
But-
if your gal has
Yeah.
literally just taken a shower, fucking scrubbed the shit out of her
Nope.
feet
No.
with antibacterial soap,
Nope.
and
it's
then
not a cleanliness.
and then
it's not a
put,
cleanliness issue
like
of that instant. It's
like
not that.
bags around her feet and like walked
So wait,
to
I have
like
to suck
the
with the
bedroom.
bag.
What like foot condoms?
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Like,
By the
okay,
way,
so
by the way, I saw foot condoms at the Trube. They were great.
okay, so it's not a cleanliness thing for you.
No, it's literally just
Wait,
feet.
didn't they open for dwarf cock?
They did.
They did. Also,
I will say right now that feet are
Let's throw
like
back to
my
your
favorite
show.
thing to draw. So I like looking at feet. and drawing them. They're very, very, very strange. Like they're just like the weirdest things. Because when you think about it, you're like, oh my god, there's like.
I'm sleeping with my shoes on tonight.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't like men's feet because they have hair, and that's creepy.
Yeah, I have hobbit feet. It's
but
terrible.
lady feet are okay.
Okay, first
so,
of all,
Aubrey Z.
well, hold on. Before you answer Aubrey Z,
right.
let me say that Crazy apparently liked her toes being sucked, and the way
By
she
you.
no,
That's it.
never.
She likes everything you do.
I could shit on her and she'd like it. The way I found this out was, we were doing, she kind of brought it up, and I said, and she tried to skate around it. She goes, worst thing you could ever do is, well, another guy did it for me.
Oh.
I said, why don't you call him? Because I'm not.
Yeah, you can't.
Never say that. Ever,
always pretend
guy
like
or
it's
girl.
Right.
Like that's your first time.
Right.
And that's the thing is by the way, don't think that we're so naive that we don't think you've done it before. Obviously, if you say suck on my toes, no one just says that out of the blue. Like you've done it before, you've experienced it,
pretend.
you like it. But we just want you to act like that's the first time. Put on a little bit of a show, and you're like, but Brad, we don't act. Yeah, you do. You fake orgasms all the time, or at least just me. I don't know. But so obviously you're good at you could do that and just be like, well, this is new and. Because
I'd really like you to try sucking on my toes.
Yeah, let's
in
just
that case.
let's just try it. Something like that.
At that point, I still would have said no, but I've been less angry about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not
If you
just
really,
last guy
really,
did
really,
it,
truly loved a girl, like I mean, if you were like head over heels with this girl,
then she
and
wouldn't
she
ask
said,
me.
and she said,
Mhm.
do you want to like try this?
Take
I mean,
note,
it was like,
listeners.
and it was kind of like a sexy thing, not like a you need to do this, but like, would you like to?
No.
It would still be a no.
No, I don't do anything with feet.
All right, we're never ever gonna hook up.
Never, ever.
I love how you said that like I had a shot in the first place.
Aw.
Oh.
No, not like that. You know what I mean.
Yeah, totally.
We can't now. We're roommates. It'd be awkward. It'd
Right.
be terrible.
Definitely.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, what's your voice for your advice
so,
for Aubrey?
Yes, I have been with a guy with a foot fetish. And it was super fucking weird. Definitely 100% goddamn fucking weird. And yes, I liked it. It was
answer.
only because I tried it, because I was sort of like pushed, not pushed, but like, and not even forced, but put into a situation where I didn't really know what was going on until it was happening. And then I decided that I liked it. So if you're interested in it, find somebody that you're comfortable with. See if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then fuck it. I mean, for obviously 2 out of 3 people in this room are not cool with that.
Nope.
So if you're not cool with it, don't worry. You're not out of the ordinary.
Right.
But if you are cool with it, then play around. It
And
might
let
be
me-
fun.
Let me add this. I mean, you're cool with it. Brad and I are not.
Yeah.
If you find somebody, just ask them. Because I don't know about you, but if a girl said like, "Hey, you think you could suck on my toes?" You wouldn't get angry. You'd be like, "Nah, it's."
I wouldn't
not
even
gonna
say
happen."
ask.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get angry.
I
You know,
wouldn't
like,
even
"Hey,
say
baby,"
ask you
or,
guys.
or
I
just
would
like, "Hey,
say,
baby,
like-
suck on my toes." Be like, "It's not gonna happen." But do not force the issue.
No, definitely don't force it. But there are ways to sort of like maneuver it. So where you don't really have to like, because when you talk about it and you think about it, it sounds fucking gross. But like when you're in the moment with somebody that you
I
truly
will
care
say
about,
this: I've
it's
tried
different.
things that I wouldn't normally do because it was in the moment.
In the moment.
Yeah, and I've done things to women that they were like, I did that. No one's ever done that shit.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
because
so
you
you
just
get
did
it.
it,
I've never had a foot there before.
like, find a nickel for every time. Well, I have very tiny feet; they fit places. But yeah, like so. Maybe under a completely rare circumstance, if like we were already engaged in that act and it was really going well and everything was going good, and then she was just like, "I want you to suck on my toes."
Like if you were like going
Maybe.
fucking at it, like, missionary position or whatever, and like her feet were just like around your neck and you just like grabbed her foot and just like, started like licking
maybe
her.
in that
See,
circumstance.
like, so you can get it.
Well,
Okay.
because here's the thing. As a guy, once we're inside, we will do anything to make sure that keeps happening.
True story.
So
Okay.
because we're scared.
I'm glad I've convinced you.
Well, no, because we're scared that's gonna stop. That because like if we're while we're fucking you, if you say, "Hey, I want you to do this," our brain's first thought is, "Well, yeah, you obviously have to do that because if you don't do that, then she
I'm
says
not
no."
saying
And then
she's like jamming her feet down your throat. Like, saying,
That's the way I like it.
yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah, no.
Aubrey, I hope that's a decent answer for you.
Hopefully that helped you out.
We do have a fuck yeah day.
We do. In fact, I just came up with a fuck you
You
of
did
the day.
not.
Literally about 8 seconds ago.
Sweet.
On that note,
Can
Okay.
it be fuck you feet?
Shut up.
so one of our more regular listeners, in fact, she listens to the show before it's even officially posted on Facebook. Eva just texted me. In fact, she texted me before the show and said, should I watch Breaking Bad or Arrested Development? And I said, you should watch Arrested Development because that is an amazing show.
Mhm. I would agree.
I just got a text from her that said, watch 2 episodes and I don't care for it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Is Eva the fuck you of the day?
She has just become the fuck you of the day.
Oh, that's harsh,
The
dude.
new season of Arrested Development?
No, she's starting over. Or starting from the
Ooh.
beginning.
I don't know if that's a good fuck you of the day. We would have to give her some more time. She has to grow into it.
You better grow into it.
Because I have started watching Breaking Bad and I'm on season 3.
This is
I still don't like it.
What?
I'm trying.
Well,
I'm
she's
on
watching-
season 3, dude.
You're white. You're supposed to love
I'm
that show.
halfway through
I've never-
season 3
I've never
and I'm
seen
still
Breaking
not
Bad.
really into it. I sort of like I just put it on in the background and I have nothing else to watch.
I've only seen Breaking Brad. That's my favorite new show.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It is a good
Let
one.
me tell you. No, but I understand because I actually got into an argument today. We had Eliza Schlesinger on the podcast about last night. Very funny. Very
on,
funny girl.
on iTunes now.
On iTunes now, probably climbing the charts. Maybe even past
Jay
number
Moore
30 on the
podca-
Yeah,
Network.
fake mustache.
But anyway,
yeah.
she asked me if I watch Game of Thrones because I guess
How could you not watch Game of Thrones?
I don't watch it.
I don't either.
You really don't watch it?
I don't watch it.
You
You're
really
right.
don't watch
Right
it? I thought
here.
you did.
Why do I have to say no? I don't watch it 4 times.
That makes- that makes
like,
2 of
what,
us.
Like I would
I
lie
know,
to you the
dude.
first
I
3.
know. That's my pet peeve.
Then I got
I
it.
get it. I thought I really deeply thought that you did watch it.
No, and
So that's why
everyone
I'm
says like
surprised
you
that you
have to
don't.
watch for Peter Dinklage. It's like I get it. He's better than me.
I get it. He makes
Is
more
he, though?
money.
Is he though?
yeah,
Is he?
yeah.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
I like you better.
well, I have a bigger dick. But anyway.
Ew.
No, but if when it comes to stand-up, obviously you can't do that. But when it comes to straight acting, the dude is ridiculously talented.
What about gay acting?
Well, I can score that. Are you kidding me? I do a podcast.
Done and
I do a
done.
podcast with Adam Ray. I listen to Adam Ray's voice every day. Of
Dude.
course, I can go get
Insta boner.
Insta
Good.
boner.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Even Jenny has a boner.
Well, but see, here's the thing, and
I'm
we've
squirting
discussed
right
this.
now.
and,
Gushing.
and we've discussed this before. This is the weirdest thing I've ever heard because Jenny would fuck Adam Ray's voice if you could
His
somehow
vocal
fuck
cords, yeah.
if you could somehow fuck his throat, you would. But Adam Ray as a whole,
Not interested.
not so much.
Totally not interested.
Mind-boggling to me. How you could like that quality of him so much and then not want to sleep with him.
You know, the same thing goes for Dr. Drew, though. I mean, I think that his brain is. I mean, I want.
By
I
the way,
want his brain. In,
I've never seen Jenny speechless until when I took her to
until
meet Dr. Drew.
But
Oh
you know
my
what? I
God.
would not have sex with him.
Well,
I
no.
really wouldn't. And yes, he's an attractive
I
man, but
would.
like he's not my type.
mean-
so same thing goes
Single?
for Adam Ray.
No, I'm kidding. No, he's married. He's
married with twins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not your type.
Triplets.
Triplets. Yeah.
Is it triplets? I thought it was twins.
He has triplets and he has another kid too. Yeah. Sorry,
Whoa.
I
Mind
I
blown.
thought it was just twins.
no, he's got 4 kids.
See, even more reason to not have sex with him.
I had dinner. This is Pat O'Brien here. I had dinner with
Can
one
we
of
have
his
Pat
kids
O'Brien and
the
Hugh
other day.
Hauser?
Oh wow.
Hugh Hauser got a great show. Was friends with Hugh Hauser for years. Me and Hugh Hauser shot pool together with Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn, good friend.
This is magical.
We hang out with Bill Nye the Science Guy and all the other and all the other people from
I don't
PBS.
do that one.
And Bill Nye, good friend of mine. Bill Nye told me that when he was originally going to start, he was going to be Bill Nye the agriculture guy. And I said, hey, Bill, agriculture, people aren't that into. Why don't you go for science? And Bill
I agree.
and Bill Nye said, you know, Pat O'Brien, I think I'm going to try that. And Pat O'Brien, without Pat O'Brien, without me, there's no Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Well, you're just amazing.
That's fantastic.
That's
Jenny O.
fantastic.
Jenny O, good friend of mine. Jenny O said,
We're
"Wha-
old pals.
Jenny O said, why don't I suck on your penis? And I said, Jenny, you should probably suck on my toes instead. And Jenny O went for that. And ever since
I
then,
did.
other
I'm not-
feats of the world have been excited.
I'm not into the sucking of the toes.
Mhm.
What happened when Pat O'Brien called Shakira?
Oh, wow. Can I do this? Okay. Hold on. Hey there, Shakira. Pat O'Brien. You know, I've been watching you on The Voice. Usher, very good friend of mine. Usher is a little more vocal with his criticisms. He's a little more negative, Shakira. I think you got to be a little more negative. What do you got to say about that, Shakira? I agree. So I'm glad we see eye to eye on this. I mean, obviously you don't want to lie to the people. I mean, I don't think you're a liar, are you? I'm on tonight and my hips don't lie. That's what I'm saying. So go back on The Voice and
This is
be a little
fantastic.
more critical.
I love it. I love everything about this right now.
Oh, it's so good.
There is a video.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
There's a video on YouTube right now, and Adam Murray took this video of me down in Mexico on our trip,
Oh, this is good.
losing a limbo competition.
I saw this.
Yes.
I saw this
So,
entire
You
video.
should be a shoo-in.
Yeah, you would think. I lost a limbo competition. I lost to a booty dancing black girl.
You did really well though.
I got to the top 3.
There you
but,
go.
But that's like, but as a dwarf, you're not supposed to lose a limbo competition. That's like every black guy that lost to Brent Barry in the duck contest.
You can squat for like 30 years.
I can. But here's the thing: is Jay Moore took that video to his radio show,
Yes, he did.
Jay Moore Sports. Pat O'Brien's show comes on after Jay Moore Sports. He had Pat O'Brien come in and color commentate me falling on limbo. So
I can't believe this.
So you got.
I did see this.
It was
Yeah.
really Pat O'Brien?
It really
It's really
was.
Pat
I
O'Brien.
thought for sure it's somebody else was voicing that.
No, it's
I
Pat
was
O'Brien
convinced
going.
That was
that
Pat
was not-
O'Brien.
Pat O'Brien here. Now, Brad Williams going for the limbo competition. Now, I saw him win this 2 years ago in Chicago. And down goes
Did you
Brad.
really?
Yeah.
You did.
He improvised the entire thing.
That's amazing.
So,
It was good times.
That's
Pat
fantastic.
O'Brien, good friend of mine.
Now, have you met Pat O'Brien?
I have not yet met Pat O'Brien.
This
But,
is a really distant tangent from the fuck you of the day.
It is. So,
It is.
So let's brighten things up and
Okay.
go with a.
Well, originally we weren't going to have a fuck you of
we
the day
weren't.
because the fuck yeah of the day is so fantastic.
let's go with
there's-
fuck yeah of the day.
All right. Well, obviously. Yeah. Fuck yeah!
So today's fuck yeah of the day is
Oh God,
we, as a podcast, reached 100 likes on Facebook.
we did,
We did 100.
which Brad is laughing
And
at.
I think now we're at like 102 or more. Thanks, Brad.
I count as a half of
got
those.
5,000 likes on
Okay, I
Facebook.
know, right? No, he has 22,000 followers on Twitter.
I do.
It's okay.
22,000 followers. It's actually more than Pat O'Brien. He's a good friend of mine.
It's almost as many as
Oh wow!
it's almost as many likes as the Magic Castle has on Facebook.
How many do they have?
It's 24,000.
Oh my God!
Getting
Yeah.
there.
You're working on
I
it.
will surpass them.
Which is pretty amazing because they've been around for 50 years.
That's amazing.
You know, they originally wanted to call it the Cups and Balls Castle.
No, they didn't.
And
That's not-
I
that's-
got the
that's
founder.
Not true.
And
Brad.
I'm also friends
That
with
is
Neil Patrick
lie.
Harris,
No,
very
you're
good friend of
not.
mine.
You're not.
And I
I
said,
saw
you know
you
what?
meet him.
It's more of the Magic Castle. You should call
Brad-
that thing the Magic Castle.
I like magic.
So a few episodes ago, we said that the 100th like was going to get a date with Amanda.
Yes, we did.
But Amanda didn't know
Without her
about this.
approval, yeah.
We'd never told Amanda about
you,
this date.
you didn't tell Amanda Boom Boom or Pal?
We didn't tell
No.
Boom Boom or Pal.
All three of them.
So the greatest part about this is that the 100th like is
Mm-hmm.
my friend Travis,
Okay.
who is
Sup,
very,
Travis?
very good friends with Amanda's fuck buddy.
All right.
So I offered to give him a really good hug instead.
All
That's
right.
it. Just a hug.
I hope it's more.
Well, hopefully she's topless when she does it.
I
That would
don't
make
know.
sense.
I don't know.
A totally naked hug.
We're supposed to hang out sometime soon, but he needs to get his act together.
Yeah, you are.
Travis, good friend of mine. I'll call him up.
No,
Travis.
he's really, really cool. But I don't think that Amanda would actually agree to going on a date with whoever was the 100th like. So I offered a hug instead.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
All
I feel like
right.
that's all right.
I just said fair enough.
You know what? You
I'll give him some stickers.
You and Amanda and Eva should get together and give them the hug that you gave me outside the diner that
the boob
day.
head hug.
The boob head hug.
Okay.
Yeah.
I essentially got the greatest hug of my life
You really did.
after the April Foolishness comedy show.
I took the picture.
Right? how like honestly, did that hurt a little bit?
A lot.
Yeah.
My asshole still hurts.
And I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm
No.
genuinely
I mean,
curious.
it feels like I got raped
because it was that joyous to experience it.
without the rape.
And basically, Jenny O, Amanda, and Eva,
I mean,
the Ayatollah of Areola,
The Ayatollah
Ayatollah.
of Areola.
they
What
all
a great nickname.
they all got together and squished 6 breastises
Yeah.
on my face and then took a picture of it.
Well, we were
6
each
tits,
on,
1 dick.
We were each on the side of your head.
Yeah.
Not on
Yeah.
your face.
Or,
Yeah.
I was saying face for the listeners. Because
alright.
there's a listener that's like, I was so close to orgasm.
It's not physically possible
That's
for all
me.
of us.
That's
to
me
put our
right.
boobs
That
on
was-
your head.
that
Yeah,
really
you're right.
close.
You're right
On your
because
face.
all your mammaries are so massive that
They're
you
huge.
could not fit all 6 of those on my face.
Like
maybe,
when I'm wearing
maybe
a bra,
2.
I'm like a size B.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
A B?
Okay, maybe a C.
A C?
Shut up.
Without a bra, I'm a B. For sure.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, according to Victoria's Secret,
Uh,
they say that I'm a C, but I fit better into a
According to my hands, you are
Yeah,
double
just saying.
delightful.
Hey, Pat O'Brien, have you left Jenny O a voicemail yet?
I have left Jenny voicemail, although I was drinking at the time. Jack Daniels was a very good friend of mine.
My favorite voicemail is Bradley
What?
finding his cove.
Oh,
Oh, we should play that.
did you save it?
Played that. I did. Well, I
Oh.
mean, it's still on my phone.
That's cute.
I'll transfer it over. It's
I
on
that
delete. I delete all yours.
yeah, that's all right.
Don't want the girls getting jealous. What's
well,
that?
I need a refill. Like really, really bad. I have 4 glowy ice cubes in my Inferno Magic Castle.
With no
cup.
liquid.
Nothing to drink. It's like bone dry.
It's terrible.
What about your drink?
Get it?
Oh, you just poured
You just poured one out for the homies.
Okay, there's like 4 drops in there.
I think you poured one out for Huell Hauser, let's be honest.
That was
Aw,
great.
Hauser.
Huell Hauser,
Rest in peace, buddy.
in heaven. St. Peter, good friend of mine.
We're besties.
St. Peter.
St. Peter, very good friend of mine. He said, Pat, I want to have these ivory gates in heaven. And I said, St. Peter, why don't you have the pearly gates? That's a little better. So ever since then, we got pearly gates up in heaven.
You decided that there was
You know,
pearly
it's
gates.
funny. I love Pearl.
Necklaces.
All right,
Someone had
boys.
to say it. That ball was just hanging on the rim. Someone had to dunk it.
That's enough. That's enough.
All right, we need more booze.
I need so much booze.
Mhm.
I also have to pee because
so
that's what
much
I do.
booze.
Yeah,
Okay, let's do it.
all of the booze.
All of it.
We have like a ton more of that cucumber vodka. in
Don't
there
take it all.
that you love so much because you're a girl.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. All right.
right.
We're bumping out with XOXO. We'll be right back with more XOXO
And Brad.
and Brad. Woo! And us.
Because I live here, I can't leave.
Yeah,
True.
he's
Can't
obligated.
seem to get fucking rid of him.
Yeah. Good luck.
I know you got your selfish reasons, but I don't owe you a thing. Yeah, you made your plans, but you better understand. Nah, I don't owe you a thing.
Hey everybody, it's Rebound from the Charity Strike. Sitting across from me, Trigger Mike. Yeah, that's him. Anyways, dude, why do you think people should listen to the show? Tuesdays with Trigger. That is the worst idea ever. You should listen to the Charity Strike because I think I'm effing hilarious, and what I think goes. What? Anyways, you should check us out for sports updates, humor, all the good stuff. We are the best/worst sports show ever. So check us out at thecharitystrike.com, facebook.com/thecharitystrike, and you know we're on iTunes. Oh, daddy, yo!
Return of the Living Podcast, Louisville, Kentucky's premier horror podcast. for the most ridiculous, off-the-wall, irreverent humor from the world of horror. Join Brad, Jared, and Corey as they bring you the hottest stories from within the horror industry. Now part of the 76th Street Network. Find them on iTunes.com and Stitcher.com by searching 76th Street Network. Don't have Stitcher? Download the Stitcher app from the Apple Store or Android Market. Also, find them on Facebook.com as well as on Twitter at 245T Studios.
Welcome back, everybody, to Awkward Apocalypse.
Welcome to Hollywood, where you hear sirens in the background.
Oh yeah,
It's not just a good
and the
techno.
ghetto bird.
Word. Mean streets of Hollywood.
Pretty amazing.
yeah.
You know, we going down a little Armenia.
I am joined by Gregory
Yeah, that's me.
and Bradley.
I
I love Brad's dick.
God, I love that drop.
Neither of them like it when I call them by their full names, but
No.
I feel like it's totally
Neither of us
necessary.
What's your full name?
Gregory.
Oh, Gregory.
I call him Gregory. I call you Bradley. But I know Greg and Brad. Okay, I get it. That's all good.
We're famous. We don't go by Gregory or Bradley.
Okay. I'm
There was
sorry.
already a Bradley Williams in SAG, so I had to go Brad Williams.
Was it really?
Really?
No, that's just
That's very stone cold. of
that's
you.
just a Hollywood. That's acting.
You're
There's,
really good
there's
at
already
that.
a Steve Williams. We had to go Steve Austin.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, what's like the
Jenny
biggest?
doesn't get that.
no, I got it.
I was. It's okay.
It's fine.
What's the biggest?
What's
6
the
inches.
biggest lie
Oh,
you've
sorry.
ever told
9 inches.
to like on like when people are watching you, like whether it be on stage or on TV or like
What do you mean?
I'm wondering because I know a lot
Oh,
of people
like-
like they say things to like make themselves sound cooler or like
Oh,
like they're better.
Jesus.
I mean, we had a pretty good one where like somebody thought that we had sex with Miss Double D.
Oh,
And-
yeah. That was fun.
I mean, that was a pretty good one, but I'm wondering like what's the biggest
But I
lie
never
you've
said.
ever
But
told?
I never said that on air though.
You said that on the podcast on
Kevin and Bean.
what's his name's podcast.
Oh,
yeah, and then
Eddie.
again on Kevin and Bean. I mean,
Did
it was
I?
like a pretty decent lie.
Well, that
You
would have
totally
to be it
went
then.
along with it.
That
I
would
mean,
have
it
to
was,
be
it was
it
all
then.
truth.
Well, it was a rumor from someone else, and then you
Right,
went along
and I
with
just
it.
ran
you
with it.
confirmed it
Yeah, so that would probably
because it wasn't true. But
Yeah.
you know,
so that's probably the biggest lie
that was the biggest lie. There has to be something better.
Well, I mean, because most of my act is based in truth.
Okay.
I mean, there's little exaggerations here and there, but for the most part, the shit happened to me. Like when I tell a story right now, kind of like my newest bit, is about the guy who walked up to me in a mall with his kid, and yeah, you've heard this one,
Yeah.
and told the kid, "Hey, son, he's here because he's working undercover for Santa Claus, and he's going around seeing who's naughty and who's nice." And I do a whole bit about that, and that actually happened. Did I take it to the level that it was on stage, to where did the kid when I
I'm not
asked him-
saying exaggeration. Like I'm saying
Yeah.
straight up fucking lie. Like you
No,
no.
I don't, because I'm a terrible liar.
I don't think so. I think
No, I'm a terrible liar.
All right.
Like, even when I'm telling, like, if you had a very important question where you're like, Brad, you need to not lie to me right now. I need to know the truth. And you said, and you asked me the question, if you made it serious like that, even if I
Did you
told
really
the truth,
lose that limbo competition?
yes, like it just,
Aw.
it still sounds like I'm lying, even though, like, I don't know, I just always sound like it. So that's why I'm a terrible liar.
All right. The only reason I ask is because I know a lot of performers that
Mm-hmm.
they exaggerate and they make themselves sound like they're way cooler than they actually
Well, I mean,
are.
I lie before I go on stage and I say I was on the Tonight Show. I mean, I was technically on the Tonight Show, but I didn't do stand-up on it. I was just a leprechaun in a sketch.
You were still on it.
I was still on it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a full lie, but
No, I mean,
I was doing. People were
Little-
like, oh,
Little white lie.
we've been trying to find your set on YouTube. We can't find it. Huh,
Now, do you
what
feel
I-"
like it's absolutely necessary to say that?
What?
Like that you were on the Tonight Show?
No.
Or you just say it because it's like
Well,
passing?
Here's the thing about comedians is before we go on stage, the host is on stage or the announcer is saying, you've seen him on, and then says a couple of credits. Comedians have this illusion that people give a shit.
It's an illusion.
I give a shit.
Because, like,
I love comedians.
Oh, I know you do, but the audience doesn't care what you've done.
It was your favorite Ben Morrison's birthday the other day. Totally missed the party.
Ben Morrison? Yeah. Oh, Ben Morrison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Your like favorite buddy ever.
When was the party?
He was on Wednesday.
Okay, and that was for Comedy Juice or something. They did that something for him.
No, I don't think it was at a comedy club. I think it was like at some other like
Some
I don't know,
party.
dance club, and like my friend was DJing and he invited me. He was like, "Oh, yeah, Ben's gonna be there." I'm like, "Ben who?" "Oh, Ben Morrison, don't you know him?" Like,
This is Jenny O. She doesn't remember names.
no, I remember names,
Neither do
but he
I.
just said Ben.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, who the fuck is Ben?
We're not on a
Ben
first name
Roman?
basis.
Ben Roman is the one that I was thinking of first, but like
Yeah.
he doesn't know Ben Roman. So yeah, and I was like, oh, Ben Morrison. And I was thinking like, Brad is not his best friend.
Oh, what are you talking about? what are you talking about? We're great friends.
Super good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very talented comedian.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Zero sarcasm.
So I have a would you rather for you guys
yes,
today.
let's get right into it. Let's break up the
all
awkwardness.
right, so this is
I love having awkward moments on Awkward Apocalypse.
that's hey man, we live.
perfect.
That should be a drinking game. Every time it gets awkward, you guys take
Oh,
a shot.
hey, let's drink.
I'm on it with my colorful, sparkly drink. We'll post on the Facebook.
Fortunately, I'm not drinking any alcohol. I'm drinking pineapple juice because apparently I just want my semen to taste better.
I would say his lady friend requested it, so
lucky lady.
I
friend.
have to take so many shots of pineapple juice a day. It's part of the
Well, I
diet.
bought you a whole bottle. So
though
enjoy
is
it.
the flour on the cup necessary?
I put it there.
Jenny O put it there, and since she put it
I
there,
didn't have any
felt it be
umbrellas,
necessary.
and I didn't have a straw,
All right.
so I had to make the glass pretty because it's tropical.
I'll
So I put a flower on it.
Don't you know it's like I'm drinking on the beaches in Jamaica, man. The original cast from Cool Runnings, good friends of mine.
Okay, would you rather?
Thanks, Pat.
This week's would you rather is again coming from Albert, number one superfan Albert.
I'm also fun.
Number one.
I love that we've nicknamed him
Yeah.
number one
He,
superfan.
he deserves like 38
It's
stickers.
so good because he's Asian.
Hello.
We're definitely giving him stickers.
Albert.
Um,
Love that guy.
$5 lunch.
he gave us one last week, but he actually gave us two last week, so I had to.
He gave
sort of,
you one last week.
Aw, yeah. Big stiffy. Okay, so this question is, would
Dirty.
you rather go without your favorite guilty pleasure food? Like for me, it would be popcorn. For you, Greg, it would be cheese.
It would?
Yeah, I don't know. Brad, it would be red velvet cake. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm obsessed with
For
red velvet cake.
an entire year.
Okay.
Okay.
And from like start date to start date.
Mm-hmm.
Entire year. Or go 1 month without any sexual pleasure of any physical kind. So no sex, no oral, no dry humping, no masturbation.
No masturbation.
None of that.
Oh.
None of that.
Nope.
I'd go.
I'm.
I'd go a year without red velvet cake.
You would
Yeah.
go a year without red velvet cake.
Yeah.
Well, because
I
I already
agree.
go. Like I'm kind of on a once a month limit with it
Okay.
because I know that if
Well,
I
think about,
well because for me red velvet cake is like heroin to where if I start I
Right.
cannot stop.
you know, it's just chocolate, right?
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
But it's
just red.
colored
It's
red.
It's
But it's
pretty.
colored red and it gives the
But think about it. Have you
It's
ever like
placebo.
gone a little wild?
It's an illusion, Michael.
Tricks of what hoes do for money and candy. Think about if you
love
if you
that.
go without sex or touching yourself or whatever for a certain amount of time, and then all of a sudden it's like back in your life, and you're like, oh my god, it's super intense. Like
Can
Yeah.
you imagine how angry I'd be if I didn't like jerk off every day?
I was seeing a guy. He's probably gonna listen to this. I was seeing a guy that
Hey, guy
actually
that's
gave up
listening.
masturbation for Lent. He was
He's an asshole.
Oh, I tried that once.
he
Yeah.
no he did it.
Oh my god.
He did it and it worked. But he was allowed to have sex with girls, and he was
Right.
allowed, if it was like somebody else doing it to him, then it was okay. But he
Well, that's
wasn't allowed to like
convenient.
touch himself. He wasn't allowed
Yeah.
to do anything.
First question, Brad. What was her name?
Oh, going because I'm not Catholic.
Just because what guy would do that? Unless it was for a girl.
Yeah, I did it.
Good
Right?
point. Good
Yeah,
point.
Come on.
It was for the girl I eventually lost my virginity to.
I was hoping that's who it was.
Yeah, so I was a virgin at the time, and that's the infamous "we prayed
Hello.
before we had sex" story.
Oh yeah.
That story. So, but here's the thing: is so she said, do give up masturbation for Lent, and I said okay, and then I did something that I hadn't done since I was like 13 and had a wet dream
Oh dear.
because I didn't do it for so long that the cock's just like, fuck this, we're going anyway.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So then I just woke and by the way, because I hadn't like jerked off in like 3 weeks, holy crap, was that a dream?
It was amazing, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
so
Did you
if
paint
you're
the ceiling?
an
Pretty much.
entire year, Brad,
Yeah.
without red velvet,
I could do that over. It's not masturbating for a month too that scares me.
I would totally give up masturbating and sex for
Really?
an entire month. Yeah.
I guess we're
yeah,
dudes
but-
because
yeah.
I'm thinking no.
I definitely could.
I'll
And
get up
I'll,
whatever food it is.
I'll give you some of the results from our Facebook page.
which I was not allowed to look
You
at.
weren't allowed to look at it. Okay, so we had 4 out of 5 voters.
You're not supposed to tell the numbers.
4 out of 5.
You make
Well,
us-
I only posted it
You
today.
make us look small.
I only posted it
What's wrong with
today.
being small?
I mean, you make us look.
I feel like this is well, but we did have 9 comments.
Oh shit!
Okay. So it was a discussion. 4 out of 5 voters voted on I could totally go without insert food here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. One person said that they could go without sexual pleasure for a bit because it makes it feel better later on. I would also go with the sexual pleasure. You got both of you would go without the food.
Mm-hmm.
You
What,
go
what is your guilty food pleasure?
I don't know. I mean, I love all kinds of cheese. Obviously, we discovered I love over blowjobs.
Wait, what?
Oh, we had a question.
No,
It
no,
was like,
Brad-
can you
Brad weighed in on that. We
Did
talked
you?
to him about
Did
it.
I?
I'm not live on
would
the
you
show,
give
but
up
we did
would
talk
you give
to
up
him.
cheese or blowjobs?
Oh,
Yeah, he said he'd give up cheese, right?
yeah, I'd give up cheese,
I would
but
totally give up blowjobs.
I would too. I love a good blowjob, but I mean, cheese makes everything good.
wait, giving
Cheese
or
is
receiving the blowjob?
Receiving.
Oh, okay.
For us.
Definitely receive.
Yeah, well, I mean, not that I do that in my private life.
Just another Saturday night for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what is my one guilty pleasure with food? I really don't know because my biggest guilty pleasure, I just drink all the time.
Let's say alcohol then.
Shit.
Ooh.
Goodbye, sex.
Go for a year without it.
No, if it
Or
was
a month.
if it was no booze
Without
for a
sex.
year or no sex or touching for a month, I'd go with no sex or
All right.
touching.
I would have to change my thing then too.
Yeah, booze
if
is
you went
very
booze, yeah, if you went no booze for a year or no sex, I'd take the no sex.
So it's
for
not
that.
even like a guilty pleasure food.
Just
'Cause-
your
'cause
favorite
I guess
food.
when you're talking about a guilty pleasure food, it's like a once in a long time thing.
Right. I don't have red velvet
I
cake
get
every
that.
day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have
let's
cheese
go with
every day,
alcohol
but-
then.
Yeah. If it's alcohol,
Oh yeah.
Then
sorry, penis.
then my girl's gonna have to wait for a month, and it's gonna be quite an explosion when it happens.
Oh yeah.
What's
sexy,
his name again?
sexy.
Terry.
Oh, good old Terry.
So I
Terry,
would like to mention that we
strong
don't have a
hands.
sexting with Siri
Terry
this
cloth.
week.
No.
We do not because nobody sexted us.
Or me.
So maybe hey Aubrey Z,
Hey, Aubrey
hey
Z.
Magic B,
Yeah.
you wanna
Yeah.
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 Ask Siri if she'll fuck your foot.
maybe
Or hey, Angie or Dee Dee.
maybe Angie or Dee Dee or
That's what I'm saying.
Eva or Amanda or
Mm-hmm.
any of you ladies, sext us.
I mean, I guess technically any of you guys, but mostly any of you ladies.
Well, any of the guys can direct message us, and then I'll get it.
What's a sex with Siri? What's that?
Sexting with Siri is when we get a sext.
I thought you listened to the show.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I don't listen to his show either.
Mhm.
Um,
Unless
we,
she wants to masturbate to Adam Ray's
we get like
voice.
a really. I know that. No, that is true.
I know you do.
We get a really sexy text.
She
or
texts
like
me.
so-
She texts me right after she's done. It's awesome.
I'm like, that was amazing.
That's amazing.
What was? Oh.
Yeah.
Adam Ray just talked about his first appearance on According to Jim. Oh my god!
I just listened to your intro song.
So hot.
Anyways,
Oh,
please.
good. So sexting the Siri is when people sext us or send us sexy messages, sexy text messages, and we let Siri read them on the show. And it's pretty amazing because she has like an
Yeah.
Australian accent.
Mine does.
Is that what's
yeah.
going on? Yeah.
I just want you to put your mouth on my toes.
except she has an Australian accent. It's
Ooh.
pretty amazing. We should definitely.
Okay,
play
so
something.
Greg's trying to hook this up to where
Yeah.
he could actually do it.
We've had some really good
Just
ones.
say I want you
I
to suck
will-
my toes.
I will say that my my sexting thing, my little story. Okay, so for the past couple weeks, one of my friends from New York, he and I have never had anything romantic going on, but he heard me say something like, "Oh, nobody ever sexted me." So he took it upon himself to create this elaborate story where he only gives me a piece of the story every evening. So usually around 9:00, which is like midnight his time.
Yeah.
And I mean, for like a week and a half, it was like all like teaser shit. Like, you know,
Wow.
cutting the clothes and like the, fingertips on the skin and dripping
Holy
wax,
Crap, this guy
candle
wants to
wax.
fuck you.
And I'm just saying.
I'm just saying he wants to fuck you.
It's been amazing.
I'm glad.
And every night I'm like, oh, is he gonna send me something? Just like within the past couple days, it's gotten like really hot and heavy. So I'm really excited to, at the end of all of this, like whenever his story ends,
Yeah.
I'm going to read it all on air.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So
Wow.
there's
And-
your sexting the Siri update.
And here's this one's for Brad.
I want you to suck my toes. I want you to suck my toes.
All right.
She sounds so sexy.
They're the good one. Uh-oh. I hear clicks.
He's typing more stuff.
I feel
What
like
else
I'm
is
on
Siri gonna
I
read?
feel like I'm on a date with the female version of Stephen Hawking.
All right. Well,
I like the guy from New York.
thanks, Siri.
I like the guy from New York.
Thanks, Siri. Greg, I mean
would
Siri.
hope if he's doing elaborate
Jesus.
messages.
Yeah. They're actually pretty amazing. Hold on. You know what? I haven't read tonight's yet.
At least send him a titty pic every now and
Let
then.
me. Why don't I read tonight's?
Yeah, really.
Okay. I'll give you guys a little bit of like a preview.
You know what's funny is she thinks she's from New York. This guy right here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Works out well.
He says.
His name is Greg.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Actually, let me pick like a really good section. Hold on.
Sex.
A section. Oh, that's really good.
That'd be a good name of the segment.
This is section.
Okay,
Dr.
here we
Ruth,
go. Here we
good
go.
friend of mine.
In the distance, as everything felt so distant while your focus was limited to just breathing and feeling your heart pounding in your chest, you could hear clothing being undone, a belt being pulled apart, a fastener being undone, a short zipper pull, and the sliding sound of pants running down a pair of legs. Then you feel your arm being pulled over a little bit, held in place for a moment, and then your hand is free. They were in handcuffs, by the way. Well, as free as it can be, given that your arm is being guided by the wrist upwards and over until you feel my cock fill your palm. Your fingers instinctively curl around it, nearly meeting around its engorged thickness. And as you immediately begin a series of slow strokes, feeling the warm, thin skin sliding over the underlying hardness, I'm hoping I'm watching your face. Then you lick your lips once, then twice.
This sounds like 50 Shades of Grey.
that was the night that it went from like you know, sort of like sexy, you know, whatever, tantalizing, teasing stuff to like, oh yeah, we're like sucking cock.
I hope you're doing something back to him.
Not really.
You bitch.
It's not in the agreement. I mean, I'm like he's an amazing writer. One of the greatest things about this guy, his name is David, I will say. What? You can look through my friends list. You probably won't find him.
Like 24 Davids.
Yeah, there are. But he wrote me an entire like fucking like short story. Like, it was elaborate though. About how like we were playing like this kind of like I don't even know how to explain it. We were playing this joke on each other, like it was like the game, like we were long conning each other. But he wrote this like huge long story about this like, you know, this life that we would live together and like our children and like how we were like dying and how and like I eventually opened up this letter like that's supposed to be his will, and it says like LOL the game, like this whole lifelong thing with each other, and then it just turns out to be this long con. So I love his writing story. His writing style. I think that it's fantastic. He's super creative and very original, very detailed. And while I don't see this as a real sexting thing, like I read it and I'm like, oh, that's really awesome. Like he's
so
just a
much
really
effort into it,
he's a
though.
really fantastic writer, but I don't take it personally. Partially because of the long con story. And so I think it's really fantastic. So
All right.
when it's all over with, I will read it all to you.
It'll be novel with Siri.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it'll be like an extra episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
if
a novel.
it goes long enough. Yeah.
It's really long.
all right. Let's
Okay,
let's
so-
go to awkward talk.
Awkward talk.
Yes.
This week's awkward talk is
Let's
makeup
see that again.
awkward talk.
That was my Marv Albert. I'm
All
sorry.
right. Well,
Brad gets it.
Marv Albert, good friend of mine. Tell you what,
Yes.
it was him, me, Reggie Miller, all hanging out.
all you guys?
Yeah, me, Marv Albert, Reggie Miller, and Magic Johnson. And Magic said, "Hey, I'm about to go have sex with this woman. Don't want to use a condom." And I said, "Magic, I think you should." He ignored me. Look what happened to him. That's all I'm saying. Pat O'Brien.
What's wrong with dirty sex messages? Yes.
Okay. Well,
Jenny's like, huh?
are you ready?
No matter how good, which was bad, my impression was like you still wouldn't have gotten it.
I don't get it.
I understand.
That's all right. So makeup and breakup sex.
Still better than my Shakira.
That's the awkward talk.
Yeah.
La, 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 la.
Terrible impression.
All right.
Okay, awkward
Are you
talk.
ready for this? All right. So imagine you're arguing with a girlfriend. In my instance, a boyfriend. What are some things that you've fought about? Like things that you know have been like a real issue in your relationships. How did you make it better, or how did you, finally end it because of whatever it was that was such a big issue? Did you have makeup sex, or did you have breakup sex? Once you're done breaking up, did you feel like you wanted to have one more night with them?
One more time.
Yeah, that's the breakup sex.
Uno más tiempo.
Is it really, really, really better than the
Yes.
sex that you would have with them if you were together?
All right. Let me start this off because it's really not that good.
Okay.
When Crazy and I, we were dating. We broke up. The night we broke, she broke up with me, and I came back later on that night because my bike was at her house. I had to come back with my sister's car because she has a bigger car than I do. Makes me feel like a vagina. We ended up having sex that night. She's like, "Oh, I think I made the bad decision. Maybe I shouldn't have done this." And I was like, "No, you're fine. Let's take a little break and see what happens." And one thing led to another, and I plowed her.
Nice.
Let's try and keep it classy.
You plowed her?
Was that
But
classy?
then you got
Really?
back
Did
together,
you
right?
take her out into a field and grind her into the mulch?
Yeah, if only.
But you guys got back together.
We never really
After
officially
that?
got back to it. Was more of like I plowed her, and then we kept plowing each other for a few months, but we never were in a relationship.
I see.
That kind
Well,
of thing,
good for you.
I guess. Good for the listeners who get to listen all about crazy stories.
I have a pretty good story.
Fire away.
Actually, like a really, really, really good story.
Good. No beat mine.
Okay. So I got in
Don't
a
have
fight
one.
with my ex on 4th of July. And
Is the one that you lived with?
yeah.
Okay.
And I was so mad. I was seeing red, and I was like, "Fuck you!" And he got super pissed about that. So he broke up with me that night. And about a month later, we were in Vegas, and we were staying in the same like house thing that one of our friends had rented.
Okay.
He had a room. I was sleeping on like a couch. He invited me back to his room. Like we cuddled for a
Yeah,
bit.
he did.
Nothing happened in that room, right? But I was like, I know that he wants this, and
Can you blame him?
like he was the one that broke up with me. So I'm like, no. I'm gonna fuck him one more time so that I know that is like I'm gonna get this over with.
just to spite him.
Just to fucking spite him. Don't want him, but like, because he was good. I'm not gonna lie. Like he was good in bed. So I wanted to have that one last time, but it was under like my jurisdiction.
Okay.
Okay. So we didn't do anything while we were cuddling, but that weekend we had to go to Mexico. So we're in Mexico. It was like
There was a
this
fugitive situation.
dream
Long
vacation.
story.
Like we each had, like there was 3 of us. We each had our own villa. And one day I was like, you need to come over here. I need to talk to you. And so he shows up.
Ooh.
I straight up end up like fucking his brains out. It was glorious. And at the end of it, like we did shit that like neither of us had ever done. Like never during the relationship or never with anybody else. And it was because like I let go. I was like, I need to do this with you, and I don't care if you're okay with it or not. But like, I'm straight up like,
I'm
we are
sucking on your
doing
toes.
this. We are doing this. At the end of it, I love this. I loved this. He turns to me. He goes, "Did you plan this whole thing?" And I turned to him and I said, "Yes, I did." Yes, I did.
Now, had you
I
planned it?
invited you over because I specifically wanted to do this with you. And he was like, "Oh." Like he felt like he'd been played, and I
Yeah.
loved that. I loved that I fucking got him. Like he didn't have a choice.
It's funny they bring that up because there's been a couple girls that after I've finished, like dating as a girlfriend type of figure, we've had sex afterwards for a certain amount of time, and it's funny how like you break up and you're so done with that person, but then you're like, hey, let's fuck. Honestly, it goes from like having sex to just fucking.
Well, there's
And
something
you
about
do things you wouldn't normally have done.
There is a psychological reason for this. When you break up with somebody, or when somebody breaks up with you, in your mind you're thinking, I'm never ever ever going to get this person naked ever again.
Okay.
So all that your brain is telling you to do is get this person naked, and like you want to fuck them, and that's fuck the end goal. Like that is what you want to do.
You're not thinking beyond that.
Yeah, you're not
just
like,
thinking,
oh,
get
I never
naked.
want to see this person
Fuck 'em.
again. Like we're gonna have sex. We are going to fuck, and it's gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna pull all the punches. I'm gonna do everything I've ever wanted to do with this person, and likely they will do it with you because they want to impress you.
And they're thinking it too.
This
Exactly.
is magical.
So breakup sex is pretty amazing.
Apparently
I will say.
All right.
However, with Purple Dildo Boy, I never had breakup sex with him.
Really?
Never had breakup sex. I mean, yeah, like we broke up like a bajillion times, but then that was like technically makeup sex
Okay.
because then we would get back together.
Yeah.
But like once I like officially broke up with him, like we never had sex again.
All right. Well,
So.
girl that I lived with, we never had breakup sex. We never really had we never fought up until the very end. And the closest thing to breakup sex, like a year after we broke up, she came over. It was her and a friend, and we went out. We hung out that day. She came over that night. We got a little drunk, and we made out a little bit. And but we never ended up actually having sex. So as far
Doesn't
as
count.
it doesn't count at all.
Doesn't
Now
count.
with Crazy, the night I broke up with her, like that night I had to go like back to her house, and that's when the breakup sex happened. And like I said, if only it wouldn't have happened.
Crazy girls are sort of the best in bed, though.
Agreed.
If,
Yeah.
Yes, if only that held true with Crazy.
Oh.
Shaking my head, no.
Oh.
That's actually depressing
Yeah.
because you would hope that with all that crazy, it would be all that crazy in the
Well,
bedroom.
here's the thing, like her redeeming quality is that she liked me, so she's like, you can do whatever you want to me, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess there's a couple things I could find my way through here, but overall, like I'm not that crazy about it. So it's like, what do you want to do? I just do whatever you
Poor
want to me.
Crazy.
It's like, what do you want me to do to you? Just do whatever you want to me. It's like, first of all, be careful what you wish for.
There's
Second-
something sexy about giving somebody control.
There is.
But you know what? When it's like I'm gonna let you do whatever you want to me because I really want you back.
Yes.
That's not sexy.
Not at all.
It's really not.
Yeah, not one bit.
All right, Brad. What you got?
I wish I had a story.
What?
I don't have makeup or breakup sex.
This is the one time he doesn't have a sex story for us.
Most of the time I do. Most of the
Yeah.
time I
I'm
have
surprised.
because
Most time they kill ours.
Yeah.
but like in terms of breaking up, when I break up with a woman, I'm done. I'm good,
Okay.
and I'm moving on. And
Has a girl ever
Yeah, me too.
tried again?
oh yeah, I'm having one trying right now. It's kind of ridiculous.
That's pretty awesome.
But see, some people get off on the fact that I got to fuck them one more time. I get off on the fact that I'm telling them no.
Ooh.
Because
That's dangerous.
Because I know that as a guy, I'm not supposed to do that. I'm not supposed to say no. I'm supposed to see any vagina and be like, yeah, I want that. And that's how I am when I'm with the person. But so when they come up to me afterward, when we're broken up or not seeing each other or whatever, and they want to do it one more time and I tell them no, it fucks with their heads.
Yeah, it really does.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, and guys,
it
listen,
hurts though.
yeah.
It does.
And
As a woman,
guys,
it hurts.
listen, like if you ever want, if your relationship is getting sort of stagnant with your girl, or if she's not fucking you the way that you want her to do it, or like whatever the hell, abstain. I know it's hard,
Yeah.
but if you abstain and if she tries to get a little friendly, just be like, not tonight.
Well, with crazy, it's like
It drives us fucking up the goddamn wall.
I know.
Oh God.
And like if a guy did that to you, and now, but he's not doing it because he's mad at you. All during the day, he's sweet. He's his normal
He's
self.
just like not into that.
He sends great text messages and says, I'm thinking about you, whatever the hell. And then you try to have some physical interaction with him. You try to have sex with him, and he says no.
I would
Like,
kill,
you're
I would
literally
kill
like-
myself.
like
I
you're-
would kill myself.
You're twitching as I'm even describing the situation. So I love being able to do that to someone that I broke up with or that dumped, especially if they dump me. Like, where if they want to do it again, I just go, nah, I'm not really into it.
Oh, you are such an asshole.
That's the same reason why I go to strip clubs.
Well, it's a lot like crazy. Like, she keeps trying to get me to come back and fuck her, and I tell her no, and that makes her more mad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A lot
And-
more mad.
and-
But like I was telling you, when you just don't respond to a text message, it drives us crazy. So crazy.
And I mentioned the strip club thing. The most fun I ever have at strip clubs is when a girl who's not a 10, a 12, is coming up to me going, hey, big boy, you want a lap dance? And I just get to look at her and go, nah.
Wow.
That would be in Vegas. I was at
I
a strip
love
club.
that.
Yeah, I was at a strip club in Vegas, and girls would come like, you want to go back to the back room? I'm like, no, I'm okay. And I kid you not, she unbuckles my belt.
Mm.
And she's like, are you sure you don't want to come back? I'm like, nope, still cool. And then she undoes my button. She's like, are you sure you don't want to come back? I'm like, nope, still good. Unzips my pants.
By the way, she's proceeding as you say no, so why would you then say yes?
Exactly. And after she unzips my pants, she's like, are you sure you don't want? She literally grabs my dick and starts playing with it. She goes, are you sure you don't want to come back there? I said, no, this is pretty good right here.
All right, this is a side note to the awkward talk, but this is a crazy strip club story for me. I was in Houston, Texas. This is after a show, and there was a stripper in the audience that night who said, "Hey, why don't we party? Why don't we go back to the club that I work at?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to go with a stripper to a strip club. That's gonna be fun." So we go back to the strip club. And she calls over her friend and says, "This is the comedian I was telling you about last week. This is Brad." And blah, blah, blah. And so like I'm like, "Oh shit, she was talking about me last week. This is on. This is good." So they just start dancing. Now this is in public view of everyone. This is not in the champagne room. This is in public view.
No sex in the champagne room.
That's what I've heard. And and things are just happening. And all of a sudden, the friend starts undoing my pants. And I'm like,
Yep.
all right.
Okay.
I'm cool with this. I mean, I'm a little bit of an exhibitionist. I don't care if people watch. So I'm like, all right, fucking whatever. And so I'm doing that, and then she starts jerking me off, like in the club, in full view of everyone. Now guys are like that scene from fucking what's that damn movie? When Harry Met Sally. Like, I'll have what he's having. Like they're like, wait, he's getting jerked off right now. What the hell? So she starts doing it, and I'm having a good time now. And then the stripper that was at the show whips out her like titties, and now they're in my face, so I'm like having fun with her, and the hand job's going on. And then I look at the girl and I say, "Hey, you're gonna have to stop because I'm getting to that point."
Excited.
And she looks at me and she goes, "No, I want you to."
Oh.
Oh.
Like, fuck yeah.
I want me to too.
Yeah, so she keeps going, and I get to that point, and that happens.
Did she charge you for it?
As soon as I came, stops. She stands up, looks at me, says, "That'll be $400."
No.
And I'm like,
Oh my god.
what? And I'm literally standing there with my dick in my hands. I'm like, wait, what? She's like, "That'll be $400." I'm like, you never said you do. No.
Right.
I just flat out said, like,
what
no.
happens if you don't pay?
Well, let me tell you what happens when you don't pay, Jenny-O. What happens when you don't pay is that a very large, usually a person of color, comes up to
Brown.
you, grabs you by what he's hoping is a collar. In my case, I wasn't wearing a collared shirt. That was my neck. And drags you out of the strip club and throws you out.
I would imagine that getting thrown out is worth $400.
But I was gonna say that. It's like, all right,
I got up and I'm like, yeah. Now I'm not paying $400 for a hand job. I'm good with that.
I find that worth it to me personally.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
No,
like-
I'm not regretting it, but definitely.
You made a good decision.
Yeah, but definitely there was the moment of fear when
course.
they both stand up and go, and they both did it at the same time. Like they had timed this shit. Like even the girl that was just talking about being my fan is now like, yeah, you need to pay her $400.
Wow.
Right. And by the way, if I'm paying $400 for something, it's not going to be a hand job.
No, not worth a hand job.
$400.
I give
No.
myself a free hand job.
Yeah,
I'd do
and
it
it's
for like
probably
75.
better.
Yeah, and it's like,
That's all
yeah.
it
By the way,
costs?
I can jerk myself off better
Go
than
to the
any
ATM.
woman can.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the thing. I'm not a big fan of the
80 for
hand
you.
jobs.
No,
Fair enough. I'll give you 90 for tip.
Oh, jeez. All right.
done.
All right.
Wait. Did you say hand job for 75?
Went 80.
80? I got a fucking Benjamin in my wallet right now, right? We can fucking split this
God,
thing.
I have change for you.
She's like, I feel guilty. Don't pay me
All
100.
right.
I can accept 100 from you,
Hey,
gentlemen.
friends of Jenny O listening to this podcast, you now know that when you see her around, if you got a Benjamin in your pocket, throw it down.
How do you
Just
think I pay
Google
rent?
Google Genio hand job coupon.
Yeah, give
It'll-
yourself a
it'll
little
come
rub
up.
and tug.
Yeah.
I made
good.
coupons for cocaine. Okay,
Right.
next week's Awkward Talk
Yes.
is actually a little bit more lighthearted.
Okay.
I want to know if you've ever been walking down the street or if there's somebody that you know that you've met at a party that have said something that's supposed to be a compliment,
Oh.
but it ends up sounding really creepy or dirty
tits,
or offensive. Pretty much.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. As a girl, we've all had this happen.
Don't call me a girl.
I'm not.
Oh.
It's okay.
Oops.
But I mean, God, we get cat calls all the fucking time, and it's like, it's supposed to be nice, but we're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you so much for saying that. We're like, I can't believe you just told that to me or whatever. So I want to know, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody said anything to you that has been a little bit offensive.
By the way,
but they really meant it to be a compliment.
when it comes to cat calls, and I did tweet this today, I'm totally bringing back Hubba Hubba.
Oh yeah,
I'm bringing back Hubba Hubba.
you definitely have to.
Hubba Hubba hasn't been used like, oh, I saw this chick and it was like Hubba Hubba.
Since like
yeah.
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. Like no one uses that anymore. I'm bringing back Hubba
I
Hubba.
think 1992 was the last time.
Probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel now.
It's like a mixture between and like ooga.
Well, see, but back in the day, that's what guys did for their cat call.
Yeah.
And you didn't know to what degree that was. You know, like Hubba Hubba could be anything. A cat call could be anything. I know we're doing that.
Yeah.
What's happening? Oh.
Jenny's going pee. We'll keep talking.
Jane's going pee. We're gonna bring the Awkward Apocalypse mics in there. So we're a couple sickos. But nowadays I feel when guys cat call, it's just they just say what they want to do. Like, hey, yo, girl, I'll fucking tear that pussy up. Like they're yelling that instead of just the vague
Right.
stuff that you could actually say in public.
It's kind of like Teddy Pendergrass. Very specific.
You listen to Adam Carolla podcast, don't you?
Slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna put my dick in your booty hole.
I'm gonna tear that shit apart. Wow!
I can't do that nearly as good as Dave Allen Greer, but
Nobody can.
No one can because Dag is the best. But well, Jenny, what I was saying is that cat calls now are specific. Guys say what they actually want to do, whereas back in the day it was just you see a hot girl, you go, hey there, You know, Aruga. Like that could mean anything. Now it's just like, hey girl, you know what I would do with those titties?
I bounce them back and forth.
I'm gonna have to talk about catcalls. Okay, you know what? How about this?
Okay.
Mhm.
We're not. The next week's awkward talk isn't gonna be about things that are supposed to be complimentary but end up being offensive. We're gonna talk about catcalls.
Okay.
Or I'll put it all together. Both. Either
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. So shit that people say to you that's
Shit.
it's supposed to be flirting, and you're not cool with.
Mm.
How about that?
Sounds good.
How about that? So catcalls. Oh, God, I hate catcalls.
If you guys record here, maybe I'll just have to come in. On
I'm
it
gonna have
again.
to. I know that Stephanie, my friend Stephanie, has
Yeah.
has some really great catcalls from like this past couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
There's
She's told me
been
about
there's
them.
been like a construction dude that she has to walk past every single day,
Mhm.
who has not necessarily catcalled her, but like made her feel a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
So
Oh, perfect show.
yeah. But I'd love to hear what other people have to say. Or you know what? I mean, for dudes, because obviously catcalls only appeal to women. But for dudes, what do you feel are the best catcalls?
Let us
What's
know.
worked for you?
To give
to
women?
Yeah. What have you said to women that has worked for you or not worked for you?
If
Have
it's
you
like-
ever been?
yeah, if it worked for you, let us know.
Yeah.
'Cause
Have you ever been like slapped in the face
because
or like
I want to know if it worked.
some chick like walked away from you?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Catcalls.
I like it.
How about that?
All right.
On the fly, we just changed the subject.
On that note, once again, you guys, make sure you guys check out XOXO at the House of Blues in Anaheim on June the 18th. That's next week. That's June 18th. Go to acropolistickets.com. That's ACROPOLIS tickets.com/XOXO. Make sure you give them the love they deserve. We will, 80% chance be there. All that good stuff. XOXO. Make sure they get onto the Vans Warped Tour. Jane's taking pictures like a crazy person.
Yeah.
She likes the sexy mustache.
She
sure
really
do.
does. I do too. On that- Brad, plug your shit for us.
My stuff. Obviously, listen to my podcast about last night with myself and the silky smooth voiced Adam Ray.
I got to talk to him on the phone, and let me tell you,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah. And
yeah.
Isn't it amazing?
yeah.
Yes.
You can find that on the Fake Mustache Network and also on iTunes for all of my stand-up tour dates. Go
Is
to
it really
Brad-
called the Fake Mustache?
It really
Yeah,
is.
Fake Mustache Studios.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's Jay Moore.
That's Jay Moore's network.
He's famous now.
And you have a mustache.
And I have a mustache. That's not fake. Ah, it's the irony. And then for all my stand-up tour dates, go to bradwilliamscomedy.com.
Yes, check him out. Check us out. You know how to get a hold of us. We've already told you it's Awkward Apocalypse on Facebook, facebook.com/Awkward Apocalypse. At the old Awkward Pod on the twat machine, because we love twatting. 323-379.
9225.
And hey, if you guys feel like listening to some sports, check out the Charity Strike.
Yeah.
Just a cheap plug for that as well.
I think I'm gonna go make some grilled cheese sandwiches.
Please, please,
think I will.
please make some grilled cheese sandwiches.
It's required.
Yep.
On that
All right,
note,
boys, we're on to some grilled cheese sandwiches.
Good night, everybody.
Don't you turn your back on me. I sing you right down. I'm a Green Bay. You make me tell you twice, 'cause some little girls can never be nice.
I do what I please, I don't mess around. I play my guitar when you're bringing me down. So this is goodbye, and I hope you know I never loved you. I'm a rolling